this video. Today I'd like to give you another little video of our family working together, grinding our meat that we got this fall. We got my 13-year-old sons each got a deer, and I was able to get a deer as well. They got a nice buck, and I just simply got a doe to fill the freezer. But I'd like to show you this Cabelas Carnivore Meat Grinder that we have right here. I thought I'd do a review for you. This is the first time that we've used it. We really like it. Let me show you a few of the features. So first of all, as you can see, this is a carnivore. This is a Cabela's brand. This is a 1.5 horsepower commercial grade meat grinder. And we basically just plugged it in. This unit, I would say, just off the top of my head, picking it up weighs probably 30 or 40 pounds probably. It's a little bit heavy, but you can lift it with one hand if you're somewhat strong. It's not terribly heavy. Essentially, I'm going to pull this apart and I'll show you how it all goes together. So there's this handle right here. What that basically does, you can loosen that, and this whole part right here just slides right out of that. So you slide it in the notch, you turn it in place, and then you simply tighten this up right there, and that holds this part of the unit from simply sliding out and away. Now this piece right here, this top bowl where the meat goes in, and we've just, as you can see, we've got a little bit of meat left in here because we're using it, but I'll pull it off and I'll show it to you here. This tray has got this little flange on the bottom, and you basically just stick it in there, right there, push down on it, and it slides right in place, which is really nice. And you can rotate this back and forth however you want it to go. It comes standard with 2 sizes of grinding holes here. That's a course that we ran it through the first time, and there's the second time. Then it comes with a bunch of sausage stuffers. But it really goes through this course. I mean, as fast as we can put it through, it basically grinds it. It's really fast. The small hold one, the fine, that one, it takes a little bit longer to go through, but it still goes through at a steady pace. It's not bad at all. So that's the deal with that. This right here, you basically can just turn this off, and I'll show you. Got some good threads on there. That's a nice feature, these handles on there really make that nice to turn off. And then you can take this, that just slides right off there. It's got a little notch right at the bottom right there, which fits into this little notch right here. So you basically slide it on, align those 2 notches, and it'll slide right onto place there. It's got this knife in here that's got a square hole right in the center right there, and that slides onto that square hole. So basically just grab this thing, that comes right out of there. You grab it, you slide it in, get this off of there. Basically slide it in, turn that a little bit, and it clicks into a notch in there, right about there, and it slides in. Then you put this piece on right there, slides on, and then you take this, find out where your notch is. It's right there. We make sure that's on the bottom, wiggle that a little bit, and it should be there. There we go. Okay, push that on there, and then we simply take this right here and we turn it on. Very simple process. So I'll turn that on in a minute. And it's got a really nice forward and reverse switch on it, which works really good. I have it unplugged at the moment, but basically just switch it on like that, switch it off, and you hold it in reverse if you want it to go in reverse for any reason. There's a reset button right there that I haven't had to use yet. So anyways, that's a Cabela's 1.5 horsepower meat grinder. I'll show you in a minute when we get going with it, but it really does grinding really well. The other thing I'd like to show you is this Lem Meatbag Taper. This is a really nice system here. It puts these green little tabs on there, and we just use a sausage stuffer. Oh, I didn't mention that. So this right here is a plunger that goes with it, and I'll show you the sausage stuffer. But after we stuff it, we simply put it in these bags, and then run it through here, boom, and it makes this really nice little latch right there, and then we can just put them on right on there what it is, and then 2019 dough, and then we put it in the freezer. That's simple. So we've got the coarse one, and you can see how fast it goes. It's as fast as I can feed it, it's going through. It can take pretty good sized chunks. Not super fat, not fatter than like 3 inches, but you can go as long as you want. An additional feature I thought I'd tell you about is this gel pack right here. It basically is a cooling pack that fits around the head of this thing to keep it from getting hot. If your meat's really cold, which ours was, I don't know that we really need it. We put it in the refrigerator for several hours to get it completely cold. So when you put your meat through here, because a lot of this heat from here wants to transfer over and the auger wants to get hot in the back. So if you have this cooling pack on here, it does help with this keeping this cooler and the heat doesn't transfer over here. So we just put that on when we started grinding. We kept it in the freezer. But there you can see the meat. That's the coarse meat. So we just put the fine one on. So we're going to run it through the fine. It goes a little bit slower, but still pretty fast. Okay, there you can see the fine coming out. Comes out pretty good. Not super duper fast, but still pretty fast. Depends on how fast you put it through push it through there. There's Wyatt helping me. He's a pretty good helper. And that's Avalon. Okay, now that all our meat is ground into the fine, we're going to take our auger right here and we're going to put it, see this has got a square end right here. That's where the knife usually goes in, and this has also got a square end. So we're going to push that right on there. And it just pops right on, just like yo. And then we're going to put this stuffer right here, right over top of that. Like that. And then we put this on there and turn it on, and we're good to go. So now we're ready to put everything into these bags. And we've got our sausage stuffer on here, and we've got all the children helping. We've got Wyatt holding the bags, Justin and Avalon are stuffing, Ethan is putting them through our taper, and Mom and little Chloe, Priscilla and Chloe are putting them through, are writing on them. Okay, here we go.